Buenos días amigos de Con Opinión y onecinemalover. Este miércoles 22 se estrenó en HBO la segunda temporada de The Head, dirigida por Jorge Dorado. En esta segunda temporada, Arthur pasa de experimentar en el Ártico a completar su experimento a bordo de un barco en medio del océano. Tras una sospechosa muerte, los tripulantes comienzan a ver en peligro su vida y esto dará lugar a una carrera contra el reloj por descubrir quién es el asesino. Nosotros tuvimos el placer de entrevistar por segunda vez a algunos de los miembros de la tripulación del Alessandria. No puedo estar más contenta porque para mí es una de las series top de este año. Acompáñame a verlas. Why did you think that the boat was the best location for do this second season?
That's a good question. We had many options when we were thinking about season 2. Like, it was clear to us that we need to find a place which is completely isolated, no one can come to help you. Now let's find a place. And you think of Antarctica in the winter when it's dark, and you try to find the next step from that. That is really hard. And I think the idea of a floating city was something that we really liked for a long time because the location is interesting. Ship has floors, so we thought it's like Polaris in season 1, only with the ice is melted, yeah. But we looked for a long time of where to place the ship because 70% of this planet is ocean. Where do you put the ship? And I think when the writers came with the idea of Point Nemo, we fell in love.
Sobre todo fue un reto porque era todo muy real, ¿no? Yo me empeñé mucho que la segunda temporada, igual que la primera había tenido mucha construcción, pero también mucho efecto digital, yo quería que la segunda fuera muy física y muy real y me empeñé con Ran en que tuviéramos un barco de verdad carguero y podríamos rodar allí, vivir esa experiencia. Y para mí era muy importante que los actores lo sintieran, ¿no? Entonces cuando de repente empezamos a valorar pues va a hacer mucho calor, va a hacer mucho frío, hay mucho ruido, digo, no importa, rodemos, ya, si no se entiende, que griten los actores. Si huele a grasa, quiero que el actor y el equipo técnico experimente este olor insoportable a queroseno, trabajemos con eso, ¿no? Porque era la manera de que la serie fuera muy física.
The ship is so expensive to have as a set that you cannot let it rest for a day and not do anything on it. So the toll of working continuing weeks, coming every morning to do another day of shoot without having any time to rest and think is a great toll. At the same time, I think it made the cast feel like it was actually in the show.
Mucho más compleja, claro, a nivel físico de equipos, 2 unidades trabajando al mismo tiempo, a nivel de iluminación, todo era mucho más complicado. La primera temporada teníamos el reto de recrear la Antártida, pero bueno, fuimos a Islandia, a un glaciar y pudimos recrearlo allí. Digamos que en la primera temporada teníamos 4 piezas de un puzzle y aquí, no sé, había 100 piezas del puzzle, ¿no? Todo era muchísimo más complicado. Pero ahí está lo bonito, ¿no? Que como no sabes cómo hacerlo, de repente cuando lo haces dices, se podía, ¿no?
There's no possibility in our minds that we were ever going to go back. It was a limited series. We were very happy to do it. We had great fun. It was very intense. It was very good work. And we finished in Iceland and we left and we said goodbye. And then there started to be rumors of season 2. And then you have to look at season 2 and what the premise is and where it's going to be set and what's involved. And then for me, just as playing Arthur, I realized that it needed a different kind of Arthur. It needed a sort of an Arthur who could adapt to the world of season 2 because of what happens in season 2 and what happens especially at the end of season 2.
For me, I felt like I had to almost discover a new character, and in season 1 she's an imposter and she's pretending to be somebody else, and I had an idea of maybe who she had been beforehand and who she really was, but I didn't get the chance to explore it. Whereas season 2 I really had to find a truer version of her.
Can she evolve to be like an Arthur in the future?
Oh God, I mean, I thought about it, me and Jorge have talked about it, like I think what's amazing about this show is it really ends with characters that can go one way or the other. It's never clear what's going to happen. Are they going to become good, bad? It's not black and white. So everybody's got a reason behind their awful actions. And I think Rachel's really starting to learn that when someone says something, they can do another, and they can do something and say another, and that sort of thing is new to her. I think she's very much sees the world as she expects people to be as compassionate as she is. And I'm not even slowly, realizing quite quickly that they're not. is going to have its effect on her. And I can only hope she stays with the compassion that she's got.
My father was so taken by what Hovig did as Charlie. It's so different. It's another level, you know, and you really care for Charlie. You know, it's really, really special. Really, it's something else.
Teamwork.
And Enrique as Oscar, the brother.
It's amazing because first you're like, oh, he's so like cute, and then he starts changing because he's getting mad. It's like that.
Yeah, I think it's two different. Well, for me, everyone is every character is different, but at the moment, I think there are two in cinema or in series. One is the one I made with this Antidisturbios with Salvador Osorio. That's a different thing. And after that, I think it's Charlie. And I think after that is the one that I'm shooting right now. So yeah, but it's that thin line that you can do like a big, good thing, or you can do a shit like this hotel, you know, like everybody's gonna point at you. So thanks God, we did the first thing.
How does it feel to like be this hero in front of the people that you don't know who you
Practical. Alec is very practical, so it was really good to play a character that's practical. And it was good for me, because I'm not very practical all the time. Hovig will tell you. But, you know, he has a job to do. And there was a lot of action, but there was a lot of heart, and he cared for the people on his crew. So I like that Jorge always reminded us to never forget the empathy for the other characters, the other actors on your crew, the other people on your ship. So I like that aspect to Alec. Yeah.
And what's your relation with Arthur? Because you protect him, but also you think that he's not what he thinks.
I love that relationship. I loved how complex it is. And I hope as a viewer you can look at it and say, oh, what's going on here? Who's bad? Is Arthur well-intentioned? Is he duplicitous? Is he scary? Is he playing a game, or is he... You know, I loved what John did, because John came at it with a different approach from season 1, where he spent a period of months in jail, and he's a lot more vulnerable. And because Alec is going out with Rachel, there's a triangle there, an interesting triangle, where every scene, every interaction with Arthur was different, you know? It was very exciting.
But I haven't seen the series, but and this doesn't usually happen. In breakfast, maybe we are together, and you can see Mo talking with John about the roles and about the scenes, about this relationship that they built, you know, from outside, but not in the set, just in the hotel or having a coffee.
Yeah.
And, they were like, and this room is Mo room, and this room is John room. So they were always walking about this relationship that I'm sure that it's there.
Why Arab as a pet?
Oh, it was on the script. It was like the final point, and he has a pet. Okay, and who he is or who she is, is a rat. Okay, fine. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be Charlie.
For last, I want to ask you if you really think like the human being can change the nature for.
I think the real question, and maybe the real answer in that question, is what should change is the people, not the sun, not the science, but us.
Oh, no, I kind of don't. I kind of hope that we could, but the idea of when it comes down to it, the real fight or flight is ugly. It's not heroic, it's not impressive. It is, I think, sadly, an instinct to go towards yourself and to protect yourself and protect your own and your things.
Can we fight against destiny or fate? My instinct is to say no. There's an old Greek myth, isn't there, where the gods used to look down on human beings, and the sky was open, so they could both see each other. So the people could see the gods, and the gods could see the people, and the people were like going, oh well, one day we'll be up there, one day we'll join them, so we can do what we want. We can do whatever we want. We can misbehave, we can do this. So in the end, the gods decided they had to close the sky, because it was the only way to keep people, to keep any kind of fear or mystery in place.
So Arthur will be very mad at you.
Creo realmente que hemos demostrado de sobra que nos merecemos la extinción. At the same time that all the history of humanity, at the same time that the human being has been doing amazing things, at the same time we didn't stop killing ourselves and making pain to the rest of the people. So at the same time, and for me it seems that there's not another way to do it, okay?
That we'll do anything to survive, and if technology can help us. But the main thing I think is key is connection, and to never lose sight of that, because that's what people could lose sight of during the past 2-3 years, was connection, and it's key. That's
Okay,
right.
for the last day of the humanity, we can be in a karaoke.
That's it.
Like to say bye-bye.
Yeah, have a
Yeah, I want to be with Boy in a karaoke.